Her Friend's Brother, narrated by Horne, for Cupido in collaboration with SAGA. Just the Drink Talking, by Maskot, Trøndelag. I love you. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard Bård say those 3 words as he put his hands on my shoulders and looked me straight in the eye. He had glassy, bloodshot eyes and difficulty standing still. Without a doubt, he was drunk. I was sure it was just the drink talking. We'd been best friends since we were in 3rd grade at junior school. Now we were in 12th grade at upper secondary. Bård and I had never kept any secrets from each other before, and he never said anything to suggest that he had gay tendencies. On the contrary, he always talked about girls, described what he liked about them, and that he dated a couple. Because I knew him so well, it was pretty difficult to take what he had said seriously. It was at a graduation party before our results had been announced that he said those 3 words. "I think you're pissed," I said to him. "What if I came home with you?" "Only if I get to share a bed with you," he replied. "Stop pissing about," I said, afraid that someone from our class would hear what he had said. "A night's sleep would do you good." I got us a cab and practically had to shove Bård into it. We lived in a suburb about half an hour drive from the centre of town. I was embarrassed and blushed when Bård continued with a drunk talk in the cab, particularly because the driver heard everything and looked at us in the mirror. "I want to suck your dick," said Bård, and put his hand right in my crotch. "You can fuck me if you like." What I really wanted to do was gag him, but before we got there, Bård had thankfully fallen asleep. At my apartment, I paid the driver and carried Bård in. It was a relief to get him inside. At least he couldn't embarrass me anymore. I put him on the sofa and covered him with a blanket. I felt like I needed something to drink, so I went into the kitchen and got myself a glass of milk. As I stood there, I felt myself swaying and realized that I wasn't sober myself. I went to the loo to pee. I managed to piss on the toilet seat and cursed my semi-erect dick. It had been part of my body for 18 years and I still didn't have complete control of it. On my way to the bedroom, I passed Bård. I stopped for a moment and looked at him. In spite of everything, he was pretty sweet. I had to admit I had fantasized about him. I wanted to go over and kiss him, but got a grip of myself. I went into my bedroom, undressed, and fell asleep fairly quickly. It was almost midday the following morning when I awoke to discover another shock. During the night, Bård had crept into my bed and was now lying next to me, naked.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?